Sometimes you make stew and then you realize that your stew tastes sour. Watch this video till the end. I have a solution to that. Now let's get started. These are onions, garlic here, green pepper, and then beetroot. Next, we will go ahead and prep those. Hello there, if you're new here, my name is Maria. Please take a second and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that. And also support me by liking this video. Thank you. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to check on your girl. Please don't forget to like this video. So we are done with the onions. You see, I roughly chopped some and then shredded some too. So I collect this one too into a different bowl, and then we go ahead and set aside. Next is my green pepper. You can also use red bell pepper, but actually I don't have one right now. This is what I have, so I'm making use of what I have. So I go ahead and then roughly chop that one too, and then we set it aside. The last one on the list is beetroot. Until now, some people still don't know that they can add beetroot to their stew. Besides giving it a rich color, it also serves as a thickener to your stew. So when fresh tomatoes are not in season and you have beetroot, just some few tomatoes and then beetroot, you are good to go, okay? So this is my fresh tomatoes. If you watch this thing carefully, you could see that I have removed the seeds in it. That is one reason why your stew tastes sour. So take time and then get those seeds out. Okay, yes, it's very important. So here I go ahead and add the onions I roughly chopped, and then I add my beetroots, add my green pepper, and then garlic. I'm making stew that will last me a month, so I want to make sure that this stew does not taste sour. This is pepper straight from my freezer. That is where I store my pepper. Now I cover. I didn't add water, please take note. So I bring it to heat. Still, I will not add water. We are going to cook this on low heat, a very low heat, till they release some juice. At this point, I guess you can also see what I'm seeing. Everything in here is juicy, so there's no need for you to add water. Just allow them to cook in their own juice, and that is one way you can get rid of sourness in your stew, especially the fresh tomatoes. The other ones like the garlic, the onions, the beetroots, they are not the cause of sourness to your stew, but rather the fresh tomatoes and also tomato paste. So here I'll go ahead and increase the heat so that it cook faster. Right now that they have released their own juice, you can go ahead and increase the heat. At this point, I think it's ready. So we will allow it to cool down for about 5 minutes, and then we go ahead and blend, because I was told that it's wrong to blend hot things. So yeah, now it has cooled down, so I transfer everything into my blender, cover it, and then we go and blend till smooth. Okay guys, what do we have here? Is somebody seeing this? Oh, I love it. Now let's make our stew. In a pan, I pour in oil. You can use any oil of your choice. This is vegetable oil. You can use coconut oil, even palm oil. Just go ahead and use what you have or what you prefer. Now we allow it to heat up, and then I go ahead and add the shredded onions. Then we allow the onion to infuse its flavor in the oil. This may take about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we go ahead and add the tomato paste. I'm adding the tomato paste first because my fresh tomato has already been cooked. So it's good we cook the tomato paste before we add the puree. So at this point, I go ahead and add the tomato puree together with the onion, garlic. I mean, you saw it yourself. So we add everything and then we stir all together. One thing about me is that if I don't have time, I don't make stew because I love to cook my stew on low heat because I don't want it to splash on me. So I always cook my stew on low heat, a very low heat. I take my time and cook my stew. At this point, it's time to add our spices. Please, I will list all these spices in the description, so do check it out, okay? Then I add salt to my taste. Before you add salt to your stew, please taste to see, to have a clue of the amount of salt to add. Now I add some dry fish and then I stir all together. Some tomato paste taste a little bit salty, so it's good you taste your stew before you add salt, okay? Here I throw in some fish and then I will cover it and allow it to cook gently, so on low heat till it's completely done. At this point, guys, our stew is ready. I called this stew all pepper stew because I made it in a such a way that you can pair it with your plain rice, your wache, your yam, kenke. I mean, any food that calls for stew, you can pair with it. So I'm going to allow it to cool down a little bit and then we transfer it into our storage container. So this is my storage container. I'll go ahead and then transfer everything into my container. Bye, guys. Do you know one funny thing? Actually, I plan of adding this fried beef I have in my freezer. But for some reason, because they still already taste super nice, super yummy, so I forgot to add my fried beef. But anyways, there's already protein in it, so there's no wahala. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Until I see you in my next one, stay blessed. Bye bye.